Hi, everybody. Right when I go live, it says that my internet is unstable. Welcome, everybody. Wim gifted 10 memberships. Shout out. Right when I'm going live, it's telling me that my internet is unstable. Hopefully, you guys can see me and it's stable. Wow. Notifications actually went out. Wim, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Make sure you put a heart in the chat if you got a membership from Wim. Wim, you are awesome. Thank you for supporting my channel. Can y'all see me? Let me know. Hopefully, this internet doesn't go out because it's acting kind of funky. Funky, funky, funky. Yeah, Wim is a great supporter. He said his button was stuck. Don't forget my GIF button got stuck again. Well, thank you for the 10. Jane is in the chat. Jane, Jane, Jane. Shout out to Jane in the chat. You guys make sure you check out the Plainest Jane's channel. Thank you, Jane, for being here. Shout out to you. Let me see. Well, thank you, Mel. Spooky Fox. You're here from England? Oh, look at that. I know I got some UK in the chat. I got some people from different areas of the world. Shout out to you guys. Zeus is talking to you? Who? My boy Zeus is talking. Shout out to Zeus. Oh my God. Welcome everybody. I want to do a little check-in. So here I'm thinking that I'm doing something, right? Let me tell you what happened. Full disclosure. I'm doing the eyeliner and the shit got in my eye. And my eye is red and it's hurting me. And it almost looks like I got pink eye, but it's not. It like I had to wipe it off. So I apologize if I'm a little like looking a little crazy right now. But yes, he heard my well, he knows me. Zeus knows me. Shout out to Zeus. Welcome. See, that's what happens when you just trying to get ready and everything. So it's been a minute. Well, not really a minute. When was the last live? It was a couple days ago. I wanted to do a little live to talk. Was it Sunday that I saw you guys? It was Sunday. It wasn't too long ago. I've been doing a lot of uploads that you guys have noticed. Some of you guys have liked the uploads, some of you guys have not. My eye looks a little swollen. Yeah, it's a damn eyeliner. See, that's Wim. I went whoosh, and so anyways, just like I'm okay. I'm gonna be fine as long as I can see. And I wiped it off, but I definitely feel the pain out of it. Thank you. Just don't get that crap in your eye. No, you are right on time. Shout out to you guys. So I wanted to do a little check-in with you guys and talk a little bit about a couple things that are happening before we get to the main topics and stuff, okay? Um, I dropped some of you guys in the comments are hilarious. I dropped some videos on Wilmer Valderrama. I don't know if you guys saw them, check them out. And this whole 7M Colt and his production company. And I swear to God that the first couple of comments are don't mess without a crystal ball. That lady is bad news. Listen, I already know. I don't That's not what this is about. I don't care. I don't really do content on what she does. I don't care. I understand. I've talked about that lady before. I'm letting you guys know what the news says. She reported this news. I haven't seen anything from Wilder Valderrama publicly say that he's in any way affiliated with this documentary, which I find to be very interesting. And I think that that's the part. The comments, you say you saw that? You saw in the comments, everybody listen. I don't Everybody, you guys can support whoever the hell you want to. I'm not new to it. I'm not. Ask Jane. She can tell you. I'm not new to it. I'm well aware. There's a whole sector that reviews her and does it. I've reviewed her before, and I really just stay away from that. I'm not trying to review her in that video. I'm really just letting you guys know what's going on with that. So yeah, check out those videos. I dropped them today. Hopefully the recent video gets a little bit more love than what it's getting now. Shout out to you guys for those that are watching the videos. I want to also talk a little bit about, and I put Dr. Charles Sophy in my title. Okay. I have been sitting on some information for shit since Saturday. I was contacted on Saturday by a very interesting source who has a lot of receipts, and um, there's a lot that's going to be coming. I'm still reviewing some stuff, and I'm trying to kind of get through it a little bit. Um, yeah, that's like there's a lot going on with that story as well. And I have a feeling that at some point it's going to get bigger. So I'm looking to there's court paperwork that's involved, there's actual sources, and I'm just trying to figure out all of that. See, let me tell you guys something. I just got a comment on one of the videos. Somebody said, and shout out to this person, I just said this. Please take some unsolicited advice. Do not involve yourself with Katie Joy without a crystal ball. She's very problematic. Those who have communicated with her have always regretted it. I'm not communicating with her, y'all. She's messaged me before a long, long time ago on another story, and I never answered her because I know the track record that she has. No shade. I'm good. I appreciate you from a distance. That's kind of where I'm at. Someone says, take everything she says with a huge grain of salt. Y'all see that? Every other comment that I'm getting on my video. Can you guys comment on the content of the video and stop getting hung up on the ball lady? Like, I'm just saying, let's forget about the ball lady for a minute. But I'm just letting you know everybody's messaging me on that. And I appreciate the heads up, but still, like I said, Jane said it. Not new to this, true to it. LOL. Yes. Not the ball lady. Yeah, the ball lady. Whatever. Where does it's on the other video. She dropped some information. Yeah. Just know I'm not messing with the lady. I don't She's messaged me before on some other story that I covered, and I stayed away because the Holy Bible told me so. That's what I did. It is what it is. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Let's get it started. So, anyway, so I was going with this. Dr. Charles Sophie. There's a really, really good source out there that wants to drop some information, and it's this. There's this entanglement with Mel B from the Spice Girls, and then there's this entanglement with uh uh some other celebrities. There's this entanglement with TMZ. Why does TMZ always use Dr. Charles Sophie as a source? Why do they always use him as a source? What is going on with Harvey Levin that he's constantly going to this Dr. Charles Sophie? And then allegedly, I heard that I was not off in my believing that he might have been voluntold retirement from the county. I knew I was going right somewhere. I'm looking into things and things are becoming clearer. And that's kind of where my head's been at in the last couple of days. Heads up on that. Just letting you know. DB, thank you so much for gifting memberships. Shout out to DB. So those were the two big things that I wanted to talk about. I put Dr. Charles Sophie on my title because of the TMZ stuff as well. So for those that are wondering, there's something going on between Charles Sophie and TMZ, and we're going to drop that information hopefully soon. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Well, thank you. Thank you, Bren. Is it Bren Leia? Shout out to you. Thank you. And DB, thank you for gifting memberships. It's a giant spider web. But anyways, let's get it together because you guys know I like doing my lives very interactively. I like to stop and talk to you guys, especially now that I'm doing more uploads. I don't get that opportunity to check in with you guys. So this is a really good time for me to talk with you guys. So welcome everybody. Um, let's talk about Mica Miller. Mica Miller had the true crime community currently kind of a little bit all over the place. For those that don't know, the Mica Miller case, let's do a little quick summary. So we had a woman by the name of Mica Miller who was found dead on April 27th, and her husband is a pastor of a church. You guys let me know what kind of like denomination and stuff in the chat, but he's been under a lot of scrutiny lately because shortly after her death, he went on a sermon and it was caught on video, and it was like, Lord have mercy, you don't even look like you're really suffering out of this loss. It was really weird. There were allegations of abuse from Micah. And matter of fact, she was going through a divorce, right? It's giving she didn't know how to escape from this situation, so she committed suicide. That's what it's giving. People are speculating other things. I'm kind of wondering where you guys are coming from. Thank you, Chico. Shout out to you, love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's giving. I hope it is. This is not the final color, by the way. It's going to go platinum. I promise you. I'm going to do a little platinum thing, but blonde is what it is right now. Um, so there are allegations of abuse, allegations of infidelity, grooming of Micah when she was just 14 years old. So the 911 call was released today, and she's on this 911 call asking them if she can be tracked. It's very sad, right? She's asking them, can you guys track this call? And then like it ends at the because I'm about to kill myself. Like that was the only way she saw out of this situation. It was just, I don't know, like young woman, shit, I'm older than her. Very much young. It's a very sad situation, and I want us to talk a little bit about it. So let's start over here. We're going to start with this article, and then we'll move on with the other. Okay, hold up. Where'd it go? Here it is. Welcome, everybody. For those that are coming in, shout out to everybody. You are not late. We are just getting started on some of these topics. Welcome. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully, the internet doesn't go out on us because I'm seeing the internet acting kind of a little weird. You're older than her, Brandon. I think it's just sad to me, like to see that this is the end of where she had to take this, if she had to take it this way. Because let me tell you, the internet is speculating something else, and I don't blame them. I'm just going to be real with you. I don't blame them. So, the county sheriff's office ruled pastor's wife's death a suicide. Okay. Um, let's get over here. So the E911 received a call just before 3 p.m. on Saturday, April 27th, from a woman who asked if her phone could be located because she was going to kill herself and wanted her family to be able to find her body. During the conversation, the woman hung up and the dispatcher wasn't able to contact the woman again. The dispatcher found the location of the caller, dispatched a deputy to the Lumber River State Park in, is it Orem? Urum? Orem? Deputies and state park rangers conducted a search of the area for the caller and even used the county sheriff's office drone to help in the search. While searching, deputies found a black Honda Accord with South Carolina plates that were registered to Miller. Investigators also found a gun case in the passenger seat and a box ammunition in the center console. They also discovered a receipt for the gun from a pawn shop and receipt from a convenience store in the car. Both receipts were dated for that day. During the search, investigators were approached by a man who found a bag near the edge of the water and it contained an ID that belonged to Miller. The man also told deputies he heard someone crying and gunshots while he was fishing. The E911 received a call from someone in the park who said they found a body in the water. Deputies responded to the location where they found the body. The North Carolina medical examiners was called in and the victim was identified as Miller. Deputies also discovered a handgun in the water and the serial number on the gun matched the gun box that was found in Miller's Honda Accord. Deputies also located Miller's phone, which revealed that she had conducted a Google search for national parks near me. And the Lumber River State Park location was provided. First, let me say on behalf of the Sheriff County's office that our sincere condolences are being sent to the family and friends of Mica Miller. The county sheriff's, what's his name? Is it Bernice Wilkins? Said this incident has garnered much attention from across the Carolinas and beyond. I want to assure everyone that a very methodical investigation was conducted by our criminal investigations team and crime scene investigations team. It was determined during the investigation that Miller and her estranged husband, John Paul Miller, had been separated. John Paul Miller was a pastor at Solid Rock Church in the Market Common. Investigators worked to learn the whereabouts of John Paul Miller and a woman he was allegedly involved with. Let me stop real quick. Excuse me. The county investigators confirmed that John Paul Miller was at the athletic event in Charleston on the day of his estranged wife's death. They said his car was seen on Highway 17 bypass at 2:22 p.m. on the day of Miller's death, and there was someone else in the car with him. Unfortunately, the rumors and theories and conspiracy theories were spreading quickly and assumptions were being made. However, in the end, we must make decisions based on the facts and evidence that have been gathered. While I know it's not what many people wanted to hear, the evidence is quite clear and compelling. We are as saddened as anyone that this occurred. Wilkins said there are many factors that we have reviewed that occurred over an extended period of time that are probably related to the reason for this investigation. But at the end, sadly, a tragic decision was made by Mica that ended her life. Um, Let me check in with everybody, okay? Before we go through this is just a timeline. Tammy says, this is so sad. I've known 3 people who unalived themselves. One was my brother. It's just so hard to understand why, and the hurt never goes away. Absolutely. Lanise, thank you for being here, says Micah with beautiful doves emojis. Let me see what you guys are saying. Wear bare minerals eye makeup. It won't burn you. Oh, well, thank you, Renee. Shout out to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deborah says, oh my God, got one of the gifted memberships. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Amanda. Shout out to you. Mod Pose had a whack-a-mole troll campaign last time. Gotcha. Okay, let me make sure. Release and fired are 2 different things. Brandon, what do you mean? Please explain yourself in the chat. Thank you. What you mean? That's not what the article I read said. He was released, not fired. Gunshots. See, and so she cried. Did somebody hear her cry? Is that what I'm hearing too when I read that? It was kind of the wording was a little bit weird. Welcome everybody. Thank you, thank you. Let me see what you guys are saying. It's so weird. It's absolutely so weird, honestly. She was making an outcry of a lot of this that was happening to her, but they ruled it. They said she committed suicide, guys. Do you guys feel different? Let me know. It's been 5 years and my husband unalived himself, and I don't think I will ever understand why. It doesn't pass the sniff test. Look at you guys. You guys really think, do you guys think he had something to do with it? It's been 5 years. Okay, I read that. I'm sorry. Hold up. I wonder what drove her to this point. I mean, let's read the timeline. We're going to head over to Twitter and then we're going to talk about Drake and that whole situation. Okay. Listen, hey, Grape Tea News, welcome, love. She said if anything happens, it was him. That's what I read too, that it's been put out there that if anything happened to her, it was him. You think it's sketchy? Right, Kraken. Thank you. Mayor Bella says she was off her meds, but sadly sounds like he drove her to it, says Mike. Oh my goodness. You guys think it's definitely, let me know your thoughts in the comments. You guys know we do lives. I like to be interactive with you guys in the chat. Let me know so I can include you in this conversation. So below is a timeline provided by the county sheriff's office on the day of Mica Miller that day. Investigators conducted several interviews and developed a timeline of events in relation to Miller's death on Saturday, April 27th at 2024. So she is seen on the Ring door camera. Miller was observed at her Ring camera arriving at a residence at Margarita Drive, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Miller was observed on her Ring camera leaving her residence. I'm looking at the way that she's dressed, guys. Okay, Miller is observed at a store surveillance walking into Dick's Pawn Shop, which is located at 1852 Mr. Joe White Avenue, Myrtle Beach. There's her car, and then they circled that to show us that it's her. Let me make myself smaller. Y'all see that? Mica Miller seen on surveillance walking to Dick's Pawn Shop in Myrtle Beach on April 27th. You see her here. Man, she's like dressed in all black. I'm just noticing her attire, guys. There's a lot of research out there that talks about kind of when women, the things that women do as far as how suicide goes and stuff like that. If that is what happened to her, we don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel like something drove her to it, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. What got her to this point? What made her feel like there was no other choice? Like, you see her smiling in here. It's just crazy. Miller is observed at the register and initiates the purchase of a weapon. Here she is. This is the weapon. She's smiling. It's like nothing. The girl that was seen with her husband mysteriously. What? Tiffany when? See, I didn't hear that piece. If she was at Myrtle Beach, how's her body at the park in North Carolina? Yes, thank you, Sherilyn. This is a lot of like research shows that they rarely shoot themselves. Mare says people get happy before they do. But I mean, it looks like she's very interactive. She's not like upset or anything like that. So she buys the gun at Dick's Pawn Shop, and there's on the 27th of April. So then at 12:34 p.m., Miller is observed leaving Dick's pawn shop after purchasing a weapon and ammunition. Miller's black Honda Accord is observed traveling. So it's about 1:06 p.m. Highway 501 near 4 Mile Road, Conway, South Carolina. So so maybe she drove herself. She's driving herself to these locations, right? At 1:27 p.m., Miller's black Honda Accord is observed arriving at 41 Grocery and Grill, which is located at 41 South Carolina. She got herself further away from, I guess, any location that people would have been able to stop her if she did this to herself, right? Miller is observed leaving the store purchasing a drink and gas. Okay. Miller called the county from Lumber River State Park. The Lumber River State Park is 32.7 miles, 41 minutes from 41 Grocery and Grill in Mullins via South Carolina 9 North. Okay, and I mean, they're showing us some, look at this, screenshots. This was her recent search on the phone. Hold up, y'all. Let me make myself smaller. Okay. And then that is it. Let's go to Twitter real quick because we do have kind of more stuff happening there. And what is everybody saying on Twitter? There's a lot going on. And let me show you what I mean, okay? This is the 911
What's
call.
the address of your emergency? Robeson County 911. What's the address of your emergency?
She was living there.
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my phone?
You see hear the sound of her voice.
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
In National Park.
What's the phone number you're calling me from?
843 655-5242.
Where's the park located at?
In Bear Bluff.
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone. Find my phone is on. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing. Hold on 1 second.
Hmm.
I don't think you are in Robeson County. Are you at the Lumber River State Park? In,
Yeah, that's where I am.
okay. Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to kill myself, and
That's
I just want my family to know where to find me.
it's repeating. Y'all guys got that? It is so sad. Sorry, I was guys, go to the poll real quick and vote, please and thank you. Kind of want to gauge where everybody's at right now. Um, it is sad. Thank you. Thank you guys. You said Chico's like too calm. I think she made peace with what she was about to do. She just wanted her body to be found afterwards. I'm not hearing that there was a suicide note or anything like that, but I do kind of want to know. Yeah, it's just so that was it. Yeah, this was a woman who made her decision already and she wanted her body to be found. I hate this shit more than ever. Yeah. I don't know. That's tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this. Like I guess I want to hear more thoughts in the chat. So we have 47 votes, 48 votes. The question was, in your opinion, do you believe Mica was driven to suicide? 83% said yes, 6% said no, and 12% said he did it, not suicide. So there's a percentage that kind of believe that this was something else. This was caused to her. This woman did not do this to herself. At least 12% of you guys believe that. You said she chose it, but that is not an informed choice. They felt they had no choice, selfless to let family know. She didn't need to leave a note. Her call said it all. You think so? I mean, yeah, I mean, that's a great point. You said Tiffany says she bought it for protection. See, Tiffany and other people have said that as well. Layla says, I don't know the story. I just got here. Welcome, Layla. No worries. No worries. This is a story that's been kind of going viral for those that don't know of a young woman by the name of Mica Miller who um, called 911 on the 27th of April and basically told 911 that she was going to kill herself. Some of this stuff got on social media and everything. The husband was it the day that she basically held service like nothing happened. I guess it was just his behavior was so off. There was allegations that Micah had made of infidelity, abuse, all kinds of stuff. And the 911 call was released today, which is what that is right now. They ruled her death a suicide. That's what they did. They ruled her death a suicide. But could this have been prevented? Did she receive enough support? Was there enough support for Micah? Did she have to make like this decision? What made her what made her go to this route, that she felt like she couldn't, there wasn't any more out there for her? Because she was young, you guys, very young. So let's talk about the what the final hours revealed as far as what they were able to find.
News Nation investigative correspondent Rich McHugh has been on the ground all day long in South Carolina. He joins us now with the very latest. What have you learned, Rich?
Hi, Elizabeth. Well, it's the news that nobody here in Myrtle Beach wanted to hear. Many in her circle are in stunned disbelief. The Robeson County Sheriff confirming just hours ago that surveillance photos and the 911 call confirmed that Mica Miller did take her life. They just released a statement I want to read. While I know it's not what many people wanted to hear, the evidence is quite clear and compelling, and we are as saddened as anyone that this occurred. Before this news, her husband, John Paul, sent me this text message. I have never once in my life ever hurt her in any way, ever. Her close friends are devastated and stunned, saying she gave no indication that she was at all suicidal. Take a look.
She had a hair appointment this week. She had plans to attend church with them on Sunday. So the news, when I heard it, I thought it was just some kind of terrible misunderstanding.
See, and that's, I think, what is throwing everybody off. Like, if she had plans, to do things, maybe this was something that she was kind of like, I have to act normal. I have to act like nothing's going on in order for me to be able to, I don't know, people don't pick up on the fact that I'm planning to, commit suicide. Something to that effect. Mm.
Because she was headed in a positive direction and she was making plans and had a new purpose that she was
True,
pursuing.
Cheeks.
She was loving her job, everything.
But they say there was a lot of darkness in her life. She had just filed for divorce 2 days before her death, just filed police reports because someone had slashed her tires, and she found a GPS tracking device on her car. She even filed a no-contact restraining order against, according to police records, but it's unknown if it was for JP. Police had redacted the name on the report. In March, she posted on Facebook some advice for anyone struggling with leaving an abusive situation. Here she is.
You don't have to stay in a abusive relationship, whether that's sexual, whether that's somebody forcing you to take illegal drugs or alcohol abuse.
So this was Mica Miller's Facebook, and she's giving this advice. So like, it's like, oh my God, and I watch this and I'm like, come here. Like, Cheek said, I never hurt her in any way. Sounds very normal.
Or physical abuse, psychological abuse, making you think that this is all your fault, or you're a bad mom, or you're a bad wife, or you're a bad husband, or you're not giving it your all when you know you are.
So what happened? I don't know. Hey, Nebulous. I just says, yet from millions of others, we all made it first into that one of a potential million eggs that mummies got from her mummies. We are all winners before we are born. Nebulous, you are so wise. Tiffany says, why would she file for divorce but then kill herself? That's Tiffany, explain that to me. This is why I feel like the internet is baffled by this, but sometimes I think that maybe we just don't have a deeper understanding of, what people go through, right? Like, maybe she was deeper in her mental health or something to that effect, that she felt like there was no way out um than to do this. I mean, what do you guys think?
Now, challenges her close friend who has asked us not to use her name, says Mica was definitely struggling with. Take a look.
I know she'd been struggling. She's gotten 3 different numbers, or she's had 3 different numbers in the last 3 months, trying to make sure that he did not get her phone number and could not get in contact with her. She
That's
messaged me
crazy.
saying, thank you for your gentle warnings over the years about JP, or my relationship with JP. I know that you knew I wasn't ready to get out yet, but I've replayed our combos over and over in our head throughout the years, and wished there was a way I could get out. And now I have, with a big smiley face.
Yeah, and Carlotta Trouble, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Thank you. Because you can live in constant disassociation and want that shit to end. Melody, that's so true. Thank you for saying that. He could have blackmailed her for her on custody, right? Every time you get knocked down, it's harder to get back up. Yes, it does. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And decision making, right? VJ Burke says fear drove her over the edge. So sad. There's always a potential that she had a delusional ideation triggered by literal abuse. You enter that with existing mental health and multiple medications, and you have a recipe for disaster. Kraken, you are so right. Bunny sees rabbit. Please go back to where she lists abuses. I saw a reaction to one. You saw a reaction to one about drugs. Where does she list that, Bunny C? Let me know.
Now, the sentiment here again among friends that this does not feel like closure given all that she went through. Elizabeth?
Yeah, Rich, the friends are all saying that she was in an abusive relationship. She appears to be saying that in her own the selfie video that she posted. And then there was that bizarre series of videos of the preacher, her soon-to-be ex-husband, JP, on the, in the church giving a series of what can only be described as bizarre sermons, where he first announces to the congregation that my wife is dead. Just a couple hours ago, she killed herself. Then talks about shooting people because you're so angry. Those videos were taken down rather quickly. They're no longer available online. But that really is what spurred all the interest and suspicion in this case.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so much under the hood here, Elizabeth, depending on which side you talk to. You talk to people who are aligned with him, JP, and you get one story. People who are aligned with her, and you get a completely different story. There's so much going on. That's why everybody was so frustrated that this was the news today, that this was the end.
You know what, though? But isn't it enough to say, like, what else is there to this? She killed herself. That should be enough to kind of give us a heads up that something was up, right? I'm not saying go charge the man with a crime if he didn't commit the crime, but something happened here, right? Something happened here, and she was giving signs all throughout.
But this is not the end for the people on her side.
Thanks so much for watching.
Hold up. Now let me go back, because Bunny C said, go back to her video where she's talking about the list. I'm like, the list. Hold up. All right.
You don't have to stay in a abusive relationship, whether that's sexual, whether that's somebody forcing you to take illegal drugs.
Somebody forcing her to take illegal drugs. Bunny C, is that what you're talking about? I saw a reaction to one about drugs. Was she forced to take illegal drugs? Or is she just listing ways that people don't have to stay in such situations? See, it's Bunny, but see, it's open to interpretation. Like, she's just giving, the way I could see this two ways. I could see her saying, you don't have to stay in this relationship if you're having to do these things. And she's just thinking out loud. Her reaction, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if I could say that this is 100% what it is, you know? Tiffany says, I think Cinema Shogun, shout out to Cinema Shogun, reported on it and said that the woman he was seen with, her husband, also mysteriously died as well. And that was the same woman that he was seen eating out with. Oh, yes, a thumbnail. Huh. Jamie says, watch her change as she mentions that part specifically. Okay, let me go back a little bit, all right? And then we're going to go to another video that I want us to go to on this case.
Whether that's sexual, whether that's somebody forcing you to take illegal drugs, or alcohol abuse, or physical abuse, psychological abuse, making you think that this is all your fault, or you're a bad mom, or you're a bad wife, or you're a bad husband, or you're not giving it your all.
Yeah, just on, and that's another thing, we did point that out. She was a child when she met JP. Like, they didn't just get together, y'all. They've been together for many, many years.
When you know you are.
Yeah. So you said Show has a couple of videos on both of his channels and has the pastor's weird sermons. Okay. Shout out to Cinema Shogun. Let me go over here right now. I want to go to Twitter because we're going to see some of those videos as well.
I'm going to
Okay.
have you stand up and I'm going to make an announcement. And after the announcement,
Now, let me read what this person on Twitter said. April 27, 2024. Beautiful 30-year-old Mica Miller of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, passed away. The next morning, her pastor husband, J.P. Miller, who she was already divorcing due to all allegedly being abused, announced to his church that she committed suicide at the end of the very odd sermon in which he was seemingly in good spirits. Family and friends do not believe she committed suicide. He also said in a sermon from about a year ago that it's okay to murder someone. ... He is also alleged to have had a mistress since 2020 to 2021. She also allegedly had a handicapped husband who died in a pool, which was classified as a suicide around the same time the affair was alleged to have started. Damn, these church people. Nobody's holy. All this is happening to all these church people. He first agreed to speak with reporters and has since bailed on them and told them he would be leaving town. Look, if I was JP, I wouldn't be speaking to reporters. Y'all gonna be accusing me of stuffs? No, come on now. Everybody's already gotten something to say, right?
I'm
Listen.
going to ask that you leave church quietly and don't talk about the announcement here in the building, please, if you can. So y'all can stand to your feet.
It's weird.
Before I make the announcement, I also want to say that my request to you is that you will continue to come to church and serve and give for the next little bit, because I don't want to have. I'm taking a little bit of a break, and I don't want to have to worry about the church. My break may be a few days, a few weeks. I don't know. I got a call late last night. My wife has passed away, and it was self-induced, and it was up in North Carolina, and we're gonna have a funeral for her next Sunday here at 3 p.m.
Ooh.
And so it's all I can. I'm just kind of going on adrenaline right now. So y'all pray for me and my kids and everybody. And she wasn't. Y'all knew that she wasn't well mentally, and that she needed her medicine that was hard to get to her.
Okay. So JP says she wasn't well mentally and she needed her medicine and it was hard to get to her. Jamie says, I would agree, Jamie, that he might have contributed to her mental health. I mean, going through a divorce sounds like it's been years of this crap.
And so I'm sure there'll be more details to come, but just keep our family in your prayers. And I'm going to let Pastor Randall, my bishop, he can pray. I'll give him a microphone. He'll pray out. And if you have anything you want to share as well, I appreciate it.
Come on, let's pray.
And that's how he announced it. And that is how he announced it. Now, wait a minute.
The palace. This is the longest series I've ever preached. And our memory verse is Psalm 75, verse 7. Put it up there. And so I expect that y'all have this thing, because we have more Catholics in this service than we do the second service. So y'all are good at memorizing things, right? Catholics? Right. Okay, here we go. So we're going to move it off the screen. We say good and strong, ready, go. Promotion does not. But all I hear is women the whole time.
Yeah, he's like smiling. I hear what everybody's saying. I understand why the internet is saying what they're saying.
Women do talk a lot. The palace. This is the long.
I hear it.
We actually live in what's called an autonomous culture. An autonomous culture, auto meaning self, nomos meaning law. Autonomous culture is where every person gets to dictate for himself or herself what their morals are. You get to dictate for yourself how you live, who you marry, what you do in life. Not even the government dictates. You can murder somebody in America if you want to.
He said you can murder somebody if you want to. Doesn't mean that you're free from responsibility. Y'all heard that? He said that. He said you can murder somebody if you want to.
what you do in life. Not even the government dictates. You can murder somebody in America if you want to. You dictate your own morality here in our culture because it's an autonomous culture. That's the culture we live in, and we have to agree on that. Here's why we have to agree on this first. Because if I don't agree with you, or you don't agree with me, and I don't like the way you live, and you don't like the way I listen, I'm going to love you anyway. We actually live in...
Y'all heard that? He said you can murder someone if you want to. Right. I'd have been like, please don't. Don't do that. Don't go murder people that you don't, if you like to, don't do it though. Jesus don't like that.
Autonomous cultures where every person gets to dictate for himself or herself what their morals are. You get to dictate for yourself how you live, who you marry, what you do in life. Not even the government dictates. You can murder somebody in America if you want to.
Yeah, but he didn't finish that with, but yeah, I mean, you if you want to, you could murder people, right? Like you could do something. I hear what he's saying, but don't do that. And why would you even say that? Right? Like and then there's responsibility with that, right? And isn't it a sin if you believe in any religion? I know it's a sin to kill people, right? Like isn't that like one of the biggest sins? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not be doing that. Don't murder your neighbor. Don't do that. So America may be whatever it may be, but don't murder your folks. Pretty sure it's a sin. Anyways, okay. All right. That's what it is. What do you guys think? Oh, and by the way, I heard that he was like let go from the church. Is that what I heard somewhere that he was let go? Trying to see if I can confirm it. And there was a lot of protesting that was happening. I mean, literally.
To pull in right here. He's trying to back up to pull in. To pull in right here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was let go of that. Thank you. Oh, Lisa, you're funny. Let me know your guys' thoughts about this whole situation. Where do you guys land? Yeah, Layla is on point on that one. This is why you do have to be careful because um I I wouldn't say I'm a religious person, but I'm definitely spiritual, and I believe that certain people can have maybe a closeness or a gift, that where they can't be ordained. I can agree with that. But it's those people that we do have to be careful with because they tend to lead people astray, right? To say something like that in the service, and when you have a pastor that's got a lot of money, um, raising a lot of money, if the pastor is asking for a collection plate every so often and the church is looking like it's about to fall down, but he's right, he's driving a Rolls Royce over there and you can't even pay your rent, but you're still giving your 10%, thinking that you're giving to something. Yeah, those are the people that they need to be called out. Hey, B Tim, they need to be called out. I don't buy into that. I just don't think that that's what it's made for. I don't. I think that if people are going to be of, thank you, manipulation, thank you. If people are going to be of God, that's because they're being called to it. I do believe that there's people out there that are being called to it and they do it because of it and they don't pay attention. They're not fixated on, are y'all going to pay my rent? No, they're fixing on building a community to be a support to everyone, That's it. What are the chances of anyone looking into it being a self unalive? I don't know. That's what it's been ruled. It's been ruled as suicide based on what we just read earlier in their investigation, you know? You said imagine canceling couples in his church while telling them not to discuss their marriage with other during the ceremony. There's got to be red flags on this. We have to be able to call some of this stuff out because these people, they're just people at the end of the day. I'm just saying, anybody can get a calling to do something, but these people are just people at the end of the day. They're all right. Layla says exactly, like, how are the members struggling to live, but you're over here taking private jets? Ask what the hell is his name? The guy that smiles all the time. Now if you guys follow him, that's I'm just saying, Olstein. Olstein is a great one that I just, when he first started out, I was like, oh great, he seems like a really cool guy. And now I'm just looking at him like, hmm, interesting. Yeah, prosperity gospel. Red flags. If you give, you're gonna give. Thank you, SW. It's like it's Olstein. That's right. I used to like Olstein. And I'm Catholic. Um, and I've never really believed into, I don't always give 10% because I don't always have it, right? But you should be able to side eye, and they should be able to be questioned, just like your priests, your nuns, your whatever. All of these people are, depending on what you believe, they should be judged just as anybody else, Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What's that one lady here on YouTube? They run that church over there in California, where she made that one guy believe that he was cured from HIV and AIDS. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So he's gonna go out there thinking that he doesn't have it, probably sleeping with other people and infecting other people. Like, that's not good. You said your granny was a Catholic and she was terrible. Well, there's some really bad Catholic people. Every religion has its thing, They just do. All right, guys, we got to talk about Drake. For those that y'all ready to talk about Drake? Oh yeah, and then Bishop TD Jakes. Ugh, he is money hungry. You can't tell me anything different. Drake. Um, so there has been this, like, I don't know, rap beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and it's been going back and forth. I'm hearing that there was a shooting outside of Drake's Toronto home. Now, every time I think of Drake, every time Melody's like, you guys ready for this clown? Look, every time I think of Drake, I think of Degrassi. I'm just being honest with you guys. I do. You can't get me out of Jimmy. t- those days, Degrassi was on reruns in the United States. There was nothing to watch on public television. We used to put Degrassi on and you'd watch that shit. Okay. I like Drake. I like his music. I like his music. I don't like him. I like his music, okay? I'm not particularly a fan of a lot of his scandals. You're from Toronto? It's wild out here? Well, you said, which one is more annoying? Listen, I have come to terms with this. You can like the music. You don't have to like somebody's actions and behaviors and crimes. You should be able to differentiate some of his stuff. It goes with R. Kelly. You guys understand how hard it was for me to accept some of the stuff that was going on with R. Kelly? Like, R. Kelly was, I mean, you said Jimmy, Jimmy in a wheelchair. R. Kelly was like the thing, like I knew I still know a lot of R. Kelly songs, and I have such a hard time separating myself. R. Kelly from, like, the scandals, the artist from the scandals. To know that you have somebody who very, very talented musically that's behind bars for the shit that he did to all these young people and everything else, allegedly, like, I can't deal with that. It breaks my heart. So that's why I've done very well in, like, separating both. Okay, so let's get to this news. So there's this, like, rap beef going on between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. A lot of this is going back and forth on social media, and there have been allegations put out on Drake. Let's read this article. So let me make myself a little smaller and make this bigger. Drake denies allegations of underage relationships in Kendrick Lamar's songs. This was yesterday. Drake has denied allegations of having relationships with underage women and harboring a secret love child, which were raised in a diss track by his rival Kendrick Lamar. It comes to an increasingly bitter war of words between the two stars who have been released a fury of songs attacking each other over the weekend. Who's got that kind of time? Like, I want to know. Lamar's accusations came in his third track of the weekend called Not Like Us. And there's been a lot of this stuff has been trending on Twitter. Trending Twitter. I just made up a word. Trending Twitter. A lot of it. But listen, are we really like accusing people in rap lyrics of pedophilia and everything? I'm just kind of wondering. So it says, we got to raise our daughters knowing that there's predators like him lurking. I'm looking to shoot through any pervert that lives, keep the family safe. Now, this alleged love child that's been out there for a couple years that people have said. Let me go to what the Twitter streets are saying right now on Drake, because I think you guys are doing the most. Why, Drake? Why? Hold up. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Here's academics. Academics gets emotional while talking about Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake. Hold up.
This guy who's even better than Kendrick gets the better of this. I'm gonna get upset at Kendrick that if you're this good, if you're this guy who's even better than the guy who I really like, you show up once every 5 years. You don't put out music. You're not ever present in music. Like that create a disdain for like, bro, you don't deserve the title of being king. If you think that you just get to sit on that throne and not be able to do what I do like about Drake, he did the that if you're king, you got to do. He accepted every challenger. He tried to help young coming up. He tried to be present. When I said, what top 5 you smoking on? I don't think you've been present in this culture, my But if we got to go 5 years without hearing from you, it bothers me. I don't think you're that busy. I don't think your family life is that much. So when I got a who's been playing that role all along, and if you're better than him, we'll do the he's doing times 10.
Yeah, don't come out with allegations unless they're real. Like, they have to be real. Don't do that. Mind My Blue says there's already been rumors about a love child he's hiding. Yeah, I heard about that. Shout out to Sean Davy Wade because he did a video today on that. Shout out to him, and I was watching that. So, yeah, man, not Jimmy. No, wait, Jimmy Brooks. That was his name on Degrassi. Not Jimmy Brooks with the child, with the love child. But about educating children and about perpetrators is very important. Absolutely. Now, Miranda made a very good point here. It says, I'm a reasonable mind, and I'm going to differ. Shout out to Miranda. Love it. I don't think we should separate them. The artist is human, and the human was not good to other humans, or worse, prey, or were violent to them. Miranda, I never even thought about it that way. Shout out to you, love. You get the flowers today on this comment. I really love what you said, because I think my mind I struggle with it, because let me tell you something. As a kid that moved around a lot growing up, and kind of dealt with a lot of stuff, music was the only outlet. And so I think I equate a lot of my childhood to this music. And you're right. I think that the way in which I put things into compartments is by being able to separate these things. It's how I deal with it, I think. But you're absolutely right, Miranda, and I appreciate you giving me that point of view. And I'm gonna think about this even after we get off here. It's important. You said Drake was on board and brought new life with his money from Degrassi. He has ghostwriters. He is a total fraud, says Kate D. Ooh, you say you support the bad behavior by buying their music. You're right, Marilee. You're right, because you're funding their lifestyle. But I'm just letting you guys know, kind of like where my mind goes. Hey, Poe, of like, how do you deal with like when you know when somebody did really bad shit to people, and then suddenly it's like you're gonna have to burn their music, their CDs. it brings a little bit of PTSD to me. I'll tell you, it reminds me of a time where my mom went through this like religious phase where she burned she got rid of a lot of our stuff and we couldn't watch a lot of things. And so it kind of brings me back a little bit to that of like, oh my God, it's bad, but it's really, really bad. But there was this time where you enjoyed it. And what do you make of that? How do you consolidate with that? Miranda, if you have more thoughts to this, let me know in the comments, please. At the same time, I don't think the other one either, says Kitty. Okay. Okay, it says, I don't support the artist. If I don't support the art, I'm not putting my money into the art knowing it's going to the artist. Good point, Mountain Princess. He used to live in wealthy neighborhoods with his parents. He never had it rough, says KB. Is that what you feel like as far as Drake goes? Yeah, Drake's story is a little bit different. I mean, Drake is not your Tupac. Drake is not your Biggie. Drake is not the artist that you would typically, at least for me, would be like, ooh, this is what I relate to because I know, or Mr. Capone, right? Like these artists, right? I'm just thinking of this is the artist that because I like that. But you're right. You're right. You said it ain't the same with the clothes and stuff. You buy the same, you're supporting him too. That's right, Brandon. That's right. Did everyone who wants to remember to thumbs up? Oh, thank you. Great. Thank you for letting everybody know to hit the thumbs up. He used to live in a wealthy neighborhood. I think I read that. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Okay. Horrible people can use art as a vessel to be awful in life. Very true. They can use it to their disadvantage. They can use it to hurt other people. Isn't that everybody though? Like I'm after like talking about this, especially in the last 3 months, talking about Jay Lulu, talking about Diddy, talking about all these people. Do you guys understand how just like crazy this entertainment industry is? You know, like just disgusting, and even the most talented people that look to be the most humblest are not. I don't know. You said now his daddy is from here. His daddy did stay in the hood at one point. Drake's dad. Layla says Drake lived in a community called Forest Hill. It is a wealthy neighborhood. He also went to an art school for high school at Rabbit. Well, there you go. There's that. There's that. Okay, let's keep watching. Hold up. So, what did I type in? Drake allegations. There was this video. All right. So, allegedly, Drake is on stage. Some of these videos are coming up where Drake is on stage and he is like, I guess, making out with one of his fans or gave a kiss. This one is right here. Tev says Drake can deny the pedophile allegations all he wants, but there's proof.
Y'all gonna have me getting carried away again. I get in trouble for shit like this. How old are you?
I always get in trouble for shit like this. How old are you? 17. How old was Drake in this? Do we know? Anybody know? Everybody's like, it's not the proof that you think. It's not Diddy. Look at this. See, here's the deal is she's 17. Where the hell are her parents? Where are her parentals? Where are the parents at? So if the internet's going to come, listen, we got to come for everybody. We got to come for the parents. We have to come for the people that are not watching their children, that are allowing them to go to these damn concerts, and you thinking that this is supposed to be a PG. It's not a fucking daycare. It's a concert. It's a concert. Have a great dinner. Shout out to you. You say he's too old. That's how old he is? Remarks, but tell me, like, who let this little girl, he was in his 20s, who let this little girl go here? Where are the parents? Where are the parentals here? Come on now. Come for the artists, come for the parents too. They're the ones letting them go. I don't know. Unless she, like, snuck in. Let me know. What do you guys think?
Why you look like that? You dick. Look
17? Why do you look like that? She's thick. Kiriku's like, I lied to my parents when I was 17. They trusted me. Nothing on my parents. I was a good seek it out. Kiriku, me too. Kiriku, we lied. We lied to people and our parents, just to get around, to get to the concerts and everything. Oh, you said when Billie Eilish, however you spell her name, turned 18, is about time. He acknowledged it. This wasn't okay. Yeah, he continued on. I mean, a lot of these artists, a lot of these videos are coming out and they're not thinking about this shit's going to get to me 10, 15 years later. People are going to watch this. They're not even thinking about that shit.
Well, listen, 17. I had fun. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like to make a breast feel against my chest.
Let me just say this. If I was 17 and I was her, I probably would be feeling some type of way, you know? I probably would be very excited. You're meeting Drake. Meeting Drake, Jimmy Brooks from Degrassi. I would be excited too. I'm not gonna lie. Like you said, Rabbit Drake has always shed on people even when he was on a show as well. Some of the producers on the Corner Gas had told him about it, and I thought it was weird, but now it all makes sense. Kitty, you would be disgusted, but I'm just saying if I was her, I would feel some type of way, like here's Drake. But I hear what you say. See, this is a conflicting conversation sometimes, you know? 2024, every artist should strive to be above even the look of impropriety. You know what, Kate? I really think that people, like especially in the music industry, should just come out and say what it is, like the things that maybe if something's gonna come out, go ahead and speak on it before it comes out. Maybe why don't you put it out? Put out your own dirt before somebody else on social media digs it out for you. Go ahead, put it out. Put it out. Southern Mimi says the poll is hard. I think she did it to herself. Shout out to Southern Mimi, love. I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well. Shout out to you. I think you're a little bit behind, but shout out to you if you hear this. Full on predator. Just what good parents warned her about this. Yeah. KD says, right, Kate, like think about it. If you're the celebrities, and like I said, I love having this conversation with you guys. If you're the celebrity and they got these videos on you, put your dirt out before somebody else puts it out for you. That's advice on these celebrities. Because you think you're untouchable, but you're not. You're not, man. You're not.
I just want to thank you.
Oh, Lord. Look at that. If I was a teen and it was an artist I like, I'd agree. I would be flattered too. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, but I'm a teenager. I'm allowed to feel flattered. This is why I said but the Kitty Coo was right. Like, you lie to your parents. Oh, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do that, and then lie to them. I'm gonna go spend the night at a friend's house, but really you're not really there. Yeah, I remember those times. You gotta be rabbit yourself before they get you. That's right. Celebrities. That's what you guys gotta do. You gotta put that information out before they put it out on you. That's the best way. See, some of these people they do PR stuff wrong. The boy has said the stuff for years. He can't put it all out, but that would be a mini-series. Why did I read ministry? A mini-series. It would be a mini-series. Heather says, I think the fact that he only got that he's not only a celebrity, but he gets attractive, but he gets a lot of passes on this type of behavior. Heather, a lot of celebrities do, right? Like Madonna. Oh, Madonna. And I used to love Madonna too. Um, I used to love her, but I mean, long, long time ago, like long, long time ago. When so she recently made out with some other people on stage. I, I don't know who thinks that PDA is sexy anymore. I don't know who she made out with her dancers or whatever. I don't listen. It, ugh, ugh. I don't know. That is a grown up deciding to kiss a teen in front of 1,000 people is disgusting, says My Blues. Did y'all hear about that though? My Blue, did you hear about Madonna too? It's gross. Underage. I'm not sure if I missed it, but can anyone else confirm he was 28 and married with kids and suddenly was with Mica 14. We've heard that too, but I haven't heard a source confirm it. I've heard other people say it though, Kel. And we're a little ahead of that at this point. We didn't have the technology that there is today. I've been in military school still to be this day. My parents would have freaked. They would have sent you to military school. Wow. They probably would have sent me to Mexico or something to go live at like a nun house or something. I will not confirm or deny of spending a hotel night with new kids on the block, Kraken. No. Here's the deal though. She made out with new people. I'm not even look, hold up. Where did I see it on IG? Madonna kiss dancers. She like kissed her dancers. It's gross. Is it this one? Oh Lord. Well, yes, I accept. So here it is. Hold up, y'all.
Conoce el nuevo target.
Watch Madonna's viral kiss with dancer during the Copacabana. There you go. New people. Who told her this was cute? Copacabana concert during her Rio de Janeiro Copacabana beach on Saturday. Madonna shares this raunchy kiss with one of her dancers. Why? Lady, why? How old is Madonna now? And not even to like put that age out there. I'm just saying, like, girl, why? Like Madonna could have retired as like with a really nice legacy. No, not even. Fuck it. No, she doesn't have a good legacy. Her legacy is not the best. Anyways, let me stop. Yes, she is accused of human trafficking. And she gets away with it. Nobody come and arrest Madonna. Go raid Madonna's houses and go see what's going on with Madonna. She ruined her own legacy long time ago. No, she's not. Hold up, let me see. Madonna, and like I said, she could do whatever the hell she wants. She's 65. She's 65. You said if Madonna did not do that, she would not be in the news. I guess clout chasing stayed irrelevant. I don't know, man. Who? Like, no. She don't even look like Madonna anymore. I used to love Madonna back in the day. I don't anymore. I don't. Anyways, all right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go because I've been here for a good hour and some minutes. Can you guys do me a favor and hit the like button, please? And thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know your thoughts. We talked about different things, different stories. Let me know what you guys think, okay? I'm going to go take a rest, go do my thing. My eye's still hurting, so I got to go rinse it out probably a little bit more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to you guys. Rabbits out. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye.